So the purpose of our third worksheet is to expand on the performance of our shipping, right? If we look at sheet 1, we have a very basic approach by using our tree map just to see how much percent was shipped early, shipped late, shipped on time. We go a little bit deeper in our area chart, and now we look to dive even deeper now for our third worksheet. So what we're going to do is start off by adding product name into rows, because we're actually going to want to see the performance of our shipping by the product name, which is adding way more detail in this case. So if you get this dialog box, just do add all members, but if you don't, it's fine. And then we're going to add order date into columns. So right now it's obviously discrete, but we're going to want to make it as an exact date. So we bring down the drop-down menu, click exact date. And now this is going to give us when the product was ordered. And then if we add ship status into color, we can now see when the product was ordered and then how it performed. So was it on time? Was it early? Or was it late? To add some more detail to this, we're actually going to do a sort on the product name. So if we go product name and sort, we're going to add a field sort in descending order by the days to ship actual, and the sum is fine. So we're going to keep it as the default, and we're going to click out of this. So now we see our product name in a descending order based on the number of shipments or orders rather. So obviously Staples had the most orders, and then so on and so forth as we go down. The next level of detail that we want to add is by going to days to ship actual and adding this to size. That way, like when we hover over, we see 6 here. So if it took 6 days to ship, it's obviously going to be a bigger rectangle than if it just took 2 days, for example. So we have this. Last thing I think we're going to add for our detail is throwing customer name into the detail. That way we're going to add another sort. It's going to be a field sort in descending order, but instead of the sum, we're actually going to want the minimum aggregation. So once we've done that, we'll click out of this. And we're just going to do some light formatting here and adding some filters. That way it's lines up with our logic for our dashboard. So if we add the order date filter, we're going to add the year. And this is obviously for 2021. And if we add order date into the filter card again, we're going to do quarter for Q4. Click OK. So now we're just getting a snapshot by the week for 2021 in the 4th quarter. So to make things a little bit more visible, because some of these rectangles are overlapping, we're going to want to change the opacity. So if we go to color and we bring it from 100 to 80%, right? Now you start to reveal some of the ones behind, or if they overlap. And we're going to want to add some grid lines. That way we can see the difference between the sections. So if I right click on any observation, go format, I can go to format lines. And in rows, in the rows section, I'll just add a grid line. In the columns, I'll add another grid line. So now when I look at my viz, click out of that. So now you can see, based on the axis tick marks, we get a better indication on kind of where each observation lands. And then we are going to want to get rid of the x-axis title. So if I double click on the axis, I can get rid of the title and exit out of there. And then make sure that if we want to make our y-axis a little bit bigger, that way we can see the full names of our products. So I'll make it just about that size. And then we want to let's see, hide our field label for product name. We already know that these are our product names. And I believe that wraps up all the formatting that we wanted to do. So your third worksheet should look a little bit like this. So once we have this done, we're going to move on now to our dashboard and put it all together.